StaticTokyo-senpai?
Brief history lesson on the best handheld console that was ever released. Sony wanted to make a system that you can bring anywhere with you. And you can also do more than gaming on it, but honestly, who did more than gaming on a PSP? Then that's what they came up with. The PSP, which released in America in 2005, the best year ever. It was released in Japan in 2004, but I'm not Japanese, so we're not going to talk about it. And me personally, I wasn't cognitive during the time of the PSP's release, but I was able to get my hands on a PS Vita, which came out in 2011. Yeah, I had a Nintendo DS, but honestly, when I compare the two, I'd much rather play God of War than drown in a Sonic game for the 1000th time. And in my opinion, what the Switch is now is what I would say the PSP was back then. It wasn't my main gaming system, but it's what I played when I was in bed or bored or waiting for my mom to get out of the grocery store for like an hour and a half. Games like God of War, GTA, Gravity Rush, which needs a second chance at life. Please give Gravity Rush a sequel. Or a third game that had a sequel. And Ben 10, which is low-key a trash game, but I loved it when I was a kid. And many more. I was literally able to play games that looked like it could be on my Xbox anywhere. And on top of that, I still think that the PS Vita had a way more heavy-hitting catalog than the Switch does today. And don't get me wrong, the Switch got bangers. I'm not saying that they don't. But I still just wonder why they ended the production of the PS Vita. Oh. Damn. Yeah, personally, I'm not a heavy mobile gamer. I'll probably play like Ragnarok online or Star Rail on my phone from time to time, but that's really it. Mobile gaming as a whole started to blow up, and Sony saw that as a loss of money and stopped manufacturing. Also, sales of the PS Vita didn't really catch on as big as it did in Japan, which is also probably due to the smartphone sales increasing over time. While Nintendo kind of adapted and even Steam trying something out, it seems like Sony doesn't want any part in handheld gaming at all anymore. And I personally wouldn't count remote play as a portable option, since it only works if you have a PS5 and if you're over a Wi-Fi connection with the PS5, where with the Switch I could literally bring anywhere and it will still let me play all the games I enjoy. Same for a Steam Deck. Now, into the main portion of the video. Why should we bring the PSP and PS Vita back? Point 1. Look, remote play, the remote play they're making now may work fine, but we have similar things in the past fail just due to how laggy and buggy it is. You need to have NASA level Wi-Fi just to get the goddamn thing to work. With the Switch, it just works because the game is being put directly into the system, and on a Steam Deck you have system storage, so you have to download the games to the actual system. It feels like messing with AirPlay has proven to lose companies money, and it's probably the reason Steam took the handheld route in the first place. Handheld seems to be more reliable than AirPlay, so why not take that route? Reason 2. Bro, I honestly don't know what pack they were smoking when they decided to put so many bangers on the Vita, and then not do anything after when they stopped manufacturing. Sure, Gravity Rush got a remaster and Gravity Rush 2, but what about these? No port, no remake, no nothing. PS Vita Exclusives were probably the best handheld games I've ever played in my life, and I currently own a Switch. Reason 3. Phones, you hear me, Sony? You hear me? Phones are not competition. Could a phone probably play most of the PS Vita games I've listed here? Yeah, sure. If you only use your phone for games, a phone can do some pretty impressive stuff in terms of games, but it doesn't have the storage capacity to hold a whole library of games. Because, you know, it's a phone. It's usually used for communication. And in my generation, TikTok. So judging phones as a direct threat doesn't make much sense. Switch and Steam Deck I wouldn't even consider competitors either, just due to all the exclusives Sony holds, and unfortunately will keep holding. Please put Bloodborne on PC, and the next Spider-Man game. Please. But in my honest opinion, I think Sony is still the king of exclusives. In my eyes, it's Nintendo being second, and then Xbox third. Sony needs to just stop being scaredy cats and boss up to make a new handheld game. That's literally all they gotta do. You need to stop being pussies and just make it. And that'll be all. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe because a lot of people don't do that. If you want to support me financially, I got a Patreon in the description. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload and when I'm live, because I do live stream here on YouTube. That's all I wanted to say. Bring the PS Vita back, PSP, one of the two, or just make a whole new handheld system. But if you're gonna do that, make it backwards compatible. I want to still be able to play Gravity Rush and shit on it, you know. All right, I'm done.